Hey everybody, it's Kenzie and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been damn well forever since I filmed a video. I got a new job and I just have not had the kind of creative juices that I've wanted to have, and so, but I'm here today. I finally was like, no, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna film some videos, I'm gonna get some shit done, and I'm gonna talk to my people. So I am here today. I'm going to film a look for you guys that I do for my bridesmaids. It's just a common look that I do. I get a lot of questions about it based off of like my Facebook page where I post all of my like client photos and things like that. So if you want to learn how to do it, make sure you stay tuned, hit that subscribe button and the bell, just so you get notified and you can come and see me a little more. So alright, well, we'll get started and away we go. So my face is already pretty much done. I just filmed a look that had all my face done. I'll touch it up like here and there, so that's why I kind of look a little cray-cray right now. So but mostly what I'm going to be doing is the eyes. So what the eyes require basically to start, I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I use it in the original shade. I just think it works pretty good. And if I don't use this, then I usually use Shape Tape. It kind of just depends, but yeah. So this is what I use as a primer most of the time for eyes, and it holds up. I don't really, like some days, we all have days, I'm not gonna act like I take my makeup off every single time I do my makeup, because honestly I don't, and I will, I'll come home sometimes whenever we would go out and I'm just like, I'm so tired, I have to just go to bed, and I will just leave it on and take it off the next day. But sometimes it like still looks good the next day and I'll just like leave it because I'm like, my eyeliner is still great and everything still looks good, so I'm just gonna like bebop through my day and do with it what you will. Also, I want to go ahead and promote my friend Michelle. She owns this shop. This is a kimono. Got these cute little fringes on it. She owns a shop called 728 Chic Boutique. It is an online shop. It's 728boutique.com. She has a ton of cute clothes. If you ever want to check her out, give her your business, tell her I sent ya. Yeah, but give her a look. So I'm gonna set this now, if I can find it. Oh, it's right in front of me. So I'm gonna set this now. I always set my primer potion with it is Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I usually use translucent, but this is the shade Porcelain, and it is number 110. But honestly, either works. Okay, great. So once that is set, I am going to be going in and using the Jaclyn Hill palette. Love this thing. This is what I use for everything. I used to take, every time I'd go to a client, I would load up and take pretty well every palette that I have, but now I just take Jaclyn. I take Jaclyn and maybe one other as far as like eyes, because she has everything. This is tape. Ignore that. I didn't clean up. So first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking just a regular, just kind of a fluffy brush, and I'm going to be going in with this shade. I don't know Jaclyn names. Another pet peeve of this palette of mine, besides it not having a mirror, it doesn't have the names. So I'm going to be going in with this third shade, and I'm going to be blending that into my crease as a transition shade. So the thing about transition shades that you need to know is that you want to use a color that's kind of similar to your skin tone, because I mean, and this is not like the golden rule. You absolutely do not have to do this. But just a rule that I like to do is go in with something kind of similar to your skin tone, and that's when you can start building color on top of that. It just ends up looking a lot prettier, a lot more blended, and I love it. So now I'm going to go in using this 4th shade. Again, don't know the name. And I'm going to blend that color in using the same brush, kind of right underneath it and into that color a little bit. Great. So now I'm going to go in that color that I just used. So we just used this color. I'm going to go right below it, I think. Right? No, I'm sorry. I lied. So I'm going to go in the 3rd color and I'm going to go right below it, this one right here. And I'm going to start blending that out into the outer. I'm going to start blending that out into the outer corner. And in. And if you get a little bit up in the crease, that is totally okay. Yeah, I used to not really want the Jaclyn palette. I didn't like it the first time I used it. I don't know why. Because I was so used to like Tarte and just palettes that were made completely differently. And I just didn't think that I would like it. I thought I'd have a hard time blending it. It was so soft and I was just like, I'm gonna suck at blending that. I don't want it. Finally, with all my gift cards, and I think I talked about this in one of the last videos that I made, I finally just decided to bite the bullet and get it and just like learn to love it because I needed it for my kit. It just has so many good colors in it that it just makes sense to have it, and that's, yeah. And now I love it. Now I use it constantly. Okay, great. So I like to go in a little light and then I want to kind of build up the color because I do a nice shimmery pop on the lid. So I like to do all mattes on the outer side. So now I'm going to go down into this kind of brown color right here. Right next to this really shimmery red. I'm going to go right next to it. So this one right there. And same thing, I'm going to blend that on the outside, but I'm going to pull it more towards the inside of my eyelid because I kind of want it to start transitioning. So I want the outer corner to be on the darker side and blend it in towards the inside like a lot. You want to keep a light hand, like you don't want to go in really, really harsh because then it's going to mess up the whole color scheme and you just don't want that. And what is cool about this look that I've kind of found is that it looks good on pretty well everybody and every eye color. There are a couple different shimmer shades I use based on different eye colors. Like if you have blue or green eyes, I'm going to use a different shimmer shade than I would on someone that has brown eyes or hazel eyes, just because you want that color to pop, especially for my brides. Like, I want you to look the best version of yourself. I don't want you to look like somebody else. I want you to look like the best version of yourself on your wedding day. And so that's why that's so important to me to know that, you know, you do look good, but you look like you, because you don't want to look back at your picture and be like, I didn't even look like myself that day. I just, you know, wish I would have done differently. And that's what I try to do as an artist. So now I'm going to go in using this brown right here on this outside, one up from the bottom. Same thing, blend it from the outside in. I've had some people that say kind of crappy things that like, well, your makeup, well, they never say it to me, you know, because why would they? That my makeup kind of looks the same, all my brides' makeup looks the same. Well, yeah, because honestly, it's easier. If somebody wants something completely different, then I will give that to them. But I am going to do my job, which is to make you look your best. And if you come to me with something that honestly I think is not going to look good on you, something you're going to look back later and you're going to regret, I'm going to try to talk you out of it. God, my hair is ridiculous, sorry. I'm going to kind of try to talk you out of it, not necessarily completely out of that look, but something that looks like that, but something that still looks like you, because weather is something you take into effect, and just the emotional parts of the day. So if you want something that's like caked on black party girl bar makeup, awesome, I'll give you that. But I'm also going to try to talk you out of it because it might not last all day, and if you cry, it's going to run down your face, and I'm just trying to do what's best for you. And nudes and naturals are always, they're just classy and they're timeless, and it's just, you know, it's the look. And I will maybe sometimes do this look, but I'll add a little bit of black on the outside. You know, I can do whatever you want me to do, but, you know, I'm going to give you what looks best on you that day. Okay, great. So we're moving right along. Great. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to start doing kind of a cut crease. It's not, I mean, I don't know. I don't really consider it a cut crease. But what you need is Shape Tape is what I use. You can use any kind of concealer, but I use Shape Tape because honestly I think it's the best. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe Y21, and I'm going to start carving out this inner lid, because this is what I sit my shimmer on top of. And use a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. You can always add more, but it's really hard to take away if you mess up. So you can always go a little bit and add a little bit more. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to shape the lid, not a lot. I don't want to cover up everything that I just did, but you want to go about halfway across your iris, maybe a little more, it's just your preference. I go a little bit past the center of your pupil in your eye. And then I'll just take my finger and I just kind of dab it out to soften it up a little bit. Okay. And then just wipe off any excess on your hand so you don't get it all over you. Great. So now, since I have hazel eyes that are sometimes green, sometimes brown, so what I kind of like to do is I kind of like to go with these two shimmer shades here. So I start with this one and I will work it on the outside of my corner where I start to transition towards the inside, but you don't want to go all the way to the inner corner. Forget that doesn't have a mirror. Okay. So I've got that coppery color and it's really pretty. So I'm going to start on the very outside, kind of where those two colors, that whitish meets that kind of tan color, and I start kind of softly blending that out, dabbing that on my eye. It's a really pretty coppery color. Now for my people that have blue eyes, I use this really pretty, rose gold color. And I just think that is so gorgeous, and it makes their blues and their greens just explode. Like, just, they look so gorgeous. And I just thought of that one day. I don't know why, I just kept thinking, like, pinks look so pretty on blue eyes. And so I just grabbed that and put it on there, and oh my gosh, this bride I was doing, it made her blue eyes just pop. So now I'm going to go in with that silvery tone next to the copper, and I'm going to start blending that out into that coppery tone. And it gives you a really nice pop of color in the corner. So like a nice little highlight. We want it all blended together. Great. So where we're at so far. So then I'll just take kind of like a fluffy brush. This is the Naked Urban Decay brush, and I'll just take that and I'll kind of just lightly go over that line to kind of smooth that out a little bit, because I don't want it to look like a defined cut crease. And that's just mine. If you want it to look like a defined cut crease and you like it that way, that's fine. You do you, boo-boo. I just want it to look soft and delicate and pretty. So this is all I need in my palette. So now I'm going to go and work on the rest of my eyes. I'll be back in that later to do the under eye. So now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. Okay, so easy as that. That's done. So I've got a little bit of mascara on. I'm going to put a little bit more. I am recently in love with Benefit Roller Lash. I've never used it before, but I was at Ulta and I'm always looking for new mascaras. And I started to kind of check this one out because I like the Bad Girl Bang. It's awesome, but I just have a hard time. It doesn't curl my lashes the way that I want it to. And so I wanted one that was really good for curling, because doing clients, you know, no two people are the same, and in every single way. And one thing I run into a lot is people have like stick straight freaking eyelashes, and it is, oh gosh, and it is so hard to do eyelashes that are like straight down. Like my husband Brick, he has the fullest set of eyelashes I have ever seen, but they are straight down like curtains. So I'm just like, you know, figures. So now I am going to put on my lashes. I have lately been using the Ardell Wispies multi-pack. They're Demi Wispies. They're just these cute little, simple, natural looking eyelashes. Really pretty, really pretty. I love them. They look good for brides where they are natural, but you know, they make your eyes pop. Yeah, and let that dry. Obviously there's a little wet glue still. Yeah, so let that dry, and while I let that dry, I will tell you my stab myself in the eye story. So I was plucking my eyebrows, and it was actually, I still have the tweezers, so I have the exact same pair of tweezers that I stabbed myself in the eye with. So I was plucking my eyebrows right before I was supposed to go to work. At the time I worked at a tanning salon, and it's something stupid, they slipped out of my hand, and I caught them right when they were falling and just went right across the middle of my eye. And it was one of those where it hurt really bad for a second. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I could not open my eye without my eye pouring tears. So I did that, and then I went to work, drove, still could not open my eye. I was just like, okay, you're being dramatic, Moving my eye hurt terrible, because you just move your eye naturally and you don't even realize it, and even if you're trying not to, whatever this one's doing is what this one's doing, basically. So I'm keeping it closed, but I had this big scratch across it, and all the movement on my eye would hurt so bad. And finally I called my mom, I'm like, hey, I scratched my eye and I can't really open my eye, you know, is there anything I can do for this like eye drop? She's like, you need to go to the emergency room. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, you need to go to the emergency room right now, I'm gonna come and get you. And she came and caught me, took me to the emergency room. They put these drops in my eye to numb it, and then they put this dye. They shut all the lights off, and they hold this black light up to your eye, and it's like a mirror, kind of. And I could see this scratch all the way across my eye. And they're like, if you would have went even a little bit deeper, this would have been a totally different story. You would have been losing your eyeball. You probably would have been blind. But But it healed really quickly, surprisingly, and I'm okay. My depth perception was really messed up for a while, but now I'm good, so that's good. So now I'm going to go back into Jaclyn, and I'm just going to take my little Morphe Y20, and I'm going to go in with this color again, this third one in the second row, and I'm just going to underline the bottom of my eye just for some extra color. And you don't want to do too much, because if you do too much, it's going to look like you have puffy red bags under your eyes. And again, that's not the achieved goal that we're going for. If that's what you want, fine, but that's not the look we're going for. So now I'm done with that. For my brides, I always try to do just plain waterproof on the bottom. So one that I've been using lately is the Tarte's Lights Camera Splashes. And I will go over my lashes on the bottom, just because I want to do waterproof. And then I'll take the same and I'll just go over the lashes just to blend them in to the falsies. Alright. And since my face is done, that's pretty much where I'm going to do. My lip color is crazy right now because I just had on a purple one, and so my lips are like really pink. But yeah, so this is basically the look that I do for my brides. Very successful, everybody loves it. But yeah, and oh, I forgot to set it. So I'm using these two, I just got into using Mario Badescu setting sprays, and I love them. The lavender one is my favorite, but a big hit with my brides is the rose one. So I'm just gonna spray. And that's it. So make sure to go and subscribe to my channel right now if you haven't already. I'm going to try to be more adamant about posting videos and getting back in front of you guys again, because I love you guys and I want to see you more often. So yeah, with that being said, I hope to be doing more videos soon, and I love you guys so very much. We'll see you next time.